Hi folks, welcome back. It's time for some more Hearts of Iron 4. And our China campaign, I think, is going reasonably well. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. So far, we've held far better than expected. There's one area up here in the north which we could do with getting back, but we're just not. So we're probably going to have to abandon that for now until we get some better division templates that we can really attack with. We're holding most of the naval invasions. We've held the ports, which is the most important thing. I can't stress how important that is. We've got a naval invasion going on here. We might try and create some more armies just to fill in the gaps around the coast, because that would just make it a bit tricky for the Japanese to invade. Someone also mentioned that we need to watch our southern borders, because if, well, France and Japan go to war, as they well might, or if I think there might be a focus tree in Japan that will basically get this from France, then our southern borders are going to be open and they can resupply, refuel, do whatever they want through that, and that's going to be a problem. So I need to create at least an army of reserve divisions to put on the border down here. I think I can probably put them on both borders and cover that. So something to watch for sure. Let's kick things back off then and see if we can repel borders is what we're going to do. So we're good, we're recording, everything's good. If you notice me looking over this way every now and again, it's because there's been a bit of an issue with my webcam recently. Well, it's not with the camera, it's with OBS and Windows. It seems to be on that PC that's recording, and the camera sometimes freezes. The camera works fine, it's just the feed is freezing. So if you see that, if you see me stuck in some goofy pose, that's the reason why. And as soon as I notice it, I'll either fix it or hide it from view, depending on what we've done. So anyway, with that, let's kick things off. We need to get these guys down here urgently. Oh, hang on. This has actually worked out. We had to get this back to get the... Yes, we needed to get the rail line back. That's what we absolutely wanted. And the fact that that is back means that we can get supplies and trains running through better than we could before. So that is awesome. It's this I wanted back, because it would push these guys back behind a river, which I would prefer, if I'm honest, but we will make do with what we've got. And this is holding steady, and the supply situation looks a whole lot better, apart from those guys over there. And we're going to try and fix this at some point. You know what? That looks like it's quite possible to attack into there. Let's bring everything in. If we can just shorten the line, it'll be better for us in the long run. Anyway, this is something that we're trying to really... I'm going to start feeding these off at the back over here. We've just put the yellow army in just to try and form a front line to stop the Japanese attacking across everywhere while they slowly starve to death. The issue we have is that if something goes wrong in the meantime, if there's another naval invasion, let's throw some infantry support in from there. The cavalry will lead the way, which is fine. It looks like we're going to break in. We're going to try and just cut off as many as we can. Pile forward, boys. Oh, what's this? We've got unassigned divisions. Nice! We've got cavalry coming back in. We want to put those into there. We also want to set off... Yeah, I need some more divisions of these. Now, these will come through fairly quickly. We'll just put them... It doesn't matter where, actually. As long as they come through. And I think I'm going to set these to defend the border down here. Maybe both borders. We shall see. Okay. Looking good. Let's crack that on. So I had to check that we were just recording and not streaming there, because I've had a bot just post something in my Twitch chat, which happens to be open on the other screen. So, moment of panic, but it looks like it's all okay. Just another spammer. Well, I don't know why they're spamming my channel while I'm not live, but hey, better that than when I'm live. So, communists contained. During our latest raids on known communist hideouts, our agents came up empty-handed. We know that communist infiltrators are still active in our country, but it appears there are no cells operating that we did not know about before. I think that's good. We're going to have to continue to crack down on those. Nice. The cavalry is building up here. In fact, these guys Let's just put that on pause. Where's going to be the... There's the best place to attack. We attack there, and we try and cut them off. So, you dudes just charge in there. And you can throw in a bit of support from this side as well. So this invasion is definitely contained. There's no doubt about that. We've got some nice points we can spend to improve things. Are we building fighters? Just let me check if we are building fighters, because I have a feeling... Did we set some... We've got the... Yeah, we've got the crappy ones, which is absolutely fine. I knew we were building those, but we've actually got the resources and, well, I mean, it's the experience to go and develop something a bit better. So, let me click on that. Yeah, we can do the basic small airframe, and we can add guns and stuff to it as well. So, if we've got single engine, still on the single engine, which is fine. We've now got 4 light machine guns and 8 light machine guns. It's on a better airframe. So, fantastic. It's only 4 points to do that. Wait, is that not... No, they were doing interwar ones. Now we're on the basic one. That's cool. It's fine. Yep. Click that. We lose 9 days of production. Yeah, we're not making them very fast, to be fair. But we've got a slightly better one there. It'll improve. Don't worry. It'll improve. Meanwhile, these new cavalry divisions are going to have like a real baptism of fire moment here. However, it doesn't have to be all brutality, because we can just use some like support divisions from here just to help them. These guys are all crushed and surrounded. Exactly what we wanted. We'll squeeze everything off down here if we can. That's not going to stand up there for very long, is it? It absolutely is not. Let's bring all the cavalry together. National focus bypass. Pick a fight with Japan. That's because we've just done the anti-communism one. That's okay. And the prioritize... Oh, this is completed. Prioritize the interior. Give me the details. Now, before we can even entertain the notion of taking back territory stolen from by the Japanese, we must secure our interior, divided into a collection of regions. Yeah, this was basically this one here. And the idea is that we're going to try and subjugate the warlords, which should open up some more political options. I think it will. I've not actually done this before, but I think it's going to give us the chance to take control of all these other Chinese provinces. And the ones with all the resources could be really good. The War of Resistance. This grants division defense on core territory plus 15%. That's a lot, actually. Before we go subjugating warlords. Do you know what? I might just pick that up. It's 70 days. And our core territory is basically all of this. Right, 9 divisions of cavalry now. We don't need all that, so let's split them up. Let's send these guys in there. Those dudes over there can just continue starving slowly. Make sure everything's okay. Technology is the bane of my existence sometimes. Right, so we're holding everything okay up there. We didn't get in there, which isn't a great surprise, because we don't have good attacking divisions. We do have supply up there now, though, so we can actually bring something better up to try and force that position, if we consider it particularly important. Right, 4 divisions of cavalry going in there. These other guys going over here. And that'll free up the yellow army. Oh, actually, the cavalry guys got this. So we can go to infantry expert, but, I mean, it's a cavalry army, isn't it? Yeah, it's a cavalry army. An ambush, a recon bonus while entrenched. I don't really think that applies to either. So I'm not going to spend the points. However, we can put him as an infantry specialist. I don't think we'll put him in as an infantry specialist. I can see us putting somebody else in, but not him. Making sure all our This is all looking good so far. We should have a field marshal in one of these. Is that him? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're going to promote, because he's pretty good, but we're going to promote someone from our divisions. So promote him. This will cost us... Oh, hang on. With at least 400 experience, they would gain infantry officer, an engineer. Okay, let's wait then. There's no desperate need to do that. I was just going to create a new commander, but we'll wait until we have a bonus. There's no point wasting those things. Looking for weaknesses across here. It's the supply situation over there that's making them weak. Just have to be a little bit careful of that. Okay, so this latest, whatever you want to call this, blunder. Hang on. Bit of support in there. We're good. So actually our cavalry division we can go and train. Or cavalry army, I should say, we can go and train. And that is smashed. How's the construction coming along? We're upgrading a load of railroads at the moment. We've got another factory coming on, which is brilliant. And you know what I want to do? I want to build some AA guns around here, here, here. And this is its own separate thing for some reason. Here, just on that city there. We can change the priority of those later if we want, but having some AA to hold off the Japanese air advantage, because they do have an air advantage. We've got some fighters up struggling, but they're doing what they can. It's tough. It's tough to be in the Chinese Air Force at the moment. We're still short on trucks, right? Poland refuses German ultimatum. This is it. World War II is going to kick. Right, it's going to kick off proper in Europe. It's been going, as far as we're concerned, for about 2 years. But anyway, that might change the Allies' priority in sending us aid. It also might change what happens over here. So we've got to keep an eye on that and hopefully get some armies in position quite quickly. Right, just give me a minute to reform this. So you guys are actually quite good. Don't know what to do with you, so I'll put you in Jinan and train. Meanwhile, the cavalry army, you're still waiting for... Are you still waiting for another recruit? Yep, these should be any moment now. 29th of August? Okay, so they're coming basically next turn. Let's move the whole army over to here. And they can train as well. It's the new units that need the training. Can we improve that in any shape or form? We can give them... Yeah, I mean, we should definitely give them engineers and support anti-air on those. This is currently our aggressive template. It's not brilliant, I will grant you that, but it's currently as good as anything we've got. So we're short on support equipment by quite a bit. I need factories for that. Artillery and anti-air is struggling also. So I better just hold off with all the fancy building designs and ideas that I've got. So with that, you know, I feel like we could probably push the front line here over to there. I'd have to find some more troops to garrison this. It's quite possible. The Japanese attacks have definitely dwindled somewhat over there. Oh, hang on, we've got this. We've got military access from the United Kingdom. I'm going to say yes. I'm not quite sure why they want to come through there. Just a minute. They are not at war with the United Kingdom. So... it might be something to do with Hong Kong, I thought, but... Well, they've requested military access, so that's absolutely fine by me. We're doing everything we can to keep the Allies cheerful with us, because when this communist nonsense kicks off, which it will, we don't want them joining the Allies. There is a game event that when communist China rebels, they join the Allies, which makes no sense whatsoever, and the Allies instantly go to war with us. It's senseless, it's stupid, it's just what seems to happen in the game. It would make more sense for these being communists to join the Soviet Union, but, well, we'll see. I'm running a strategy that I'm hoping might prevent that, but we'll just have to see what happens. So, we've got Bolster Spirits. I can't spend the points on these. I would love to get war support and stuff up, but we just can't afford to. Because we need to save that for our very important business of counter-infiltration sweeps. Which I think... Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, that said, hopefully we got rid of them all. I should have read that in case there was anything extra. Also... Okay, so we've got an industrialist. We've got Soong Mei-ling. And Lin Semi. He just gives us stability. Now, stability is nice. If I can find something else that increases that, then we're good. We can change him for something else. A bit more political power. Wouldn't be a bad thing. What are the current debuffs that we've got? Have we got rid of them all? Military Affairs Commission. Ineffective bureaucracy. I'd love to know how to get rid of that one. But we don't have a problem with recruits. So at the moment, 9 power treaty we know how to get rid of. Right, so what I could do with doing is spending some... We've got points to spend here. Let's go to Army Command. And we want this. This gives leg infantry more organisation and more entrenchment. Excellent. This seems to be our choice for going down this line. Don't know if it's the right one, but anyway, it is what it is. Air Doctrine. Usually, battlefield support is the one to go down. So this will give us fighter detection and air wing experience gain. So let's do that one. We're not going to use all those points for anything else, so we might as well. Naval Doctrine, we have nothing we can do there. There is stuff we can do here, though. In the Army Command, we've spent a bit. We've got 64 for the Air Force Command. Which we've steadily got... Did I pick the right... I did pick the right one, okay. Panic over. Spirit of the Air Force. Independent Air Force. Light aircraft research speed. Okay, that's aircraft research speed. It's not a bad thing at all. Experience gain. Aircrew survey. So that's... Reduces air doctrine cost and reduces accidents. Okay. Small combat air support airframe design cost. Minus 75%. I don't think that's important. The research speed is, but not so much that. So I think I'm going to go with light aircraft, medium aircraft. I don't think... I think it's only the airframes, isn't it, for this? It's not all the extras. I'll go for the air accidents chance then. See if we can reduce that. Fewer broken planes would be good. What about resources then? We're at the point where we could do some more steel. We have some nice factories. However, steel is so important. I'm staying away from the Soviet Union. They are actually delivering to us. That means we're going to be friends with them. Right, this is the time to actually cut this out. We'll go with France. For now. Yeah, we'll go with France for now. Actually, I probably wanted that as one less. Didn't I? Send. Yeah, we're just down for one. There's no point giving a whole other factory away for that. The rubber and aluminium would be more useful. Yeah, I don't want to build up like friendship with the Soviet Union. For the simple reason I want communist China to go there. If they rebel. I've no idea if it makes any difference. I'm trying all the things I can think of to help us there. So we have this field marshal dude over here. He can be an infantry specialist. He is skill 5. Or he can be an army regrouping specialist. This will... It costs 5 to do this. What's my current base value? Current max is 140. I think that's okay. Let's get that one. Oh, hang on. We've got the new guns. Nice. Let's come out with that as well. So that was 1939. We would like all sorts of things that we would like, but we are not going to get. Industry in 39. Kind of feel like we have to start digging that up. This is behind a bit, but it's not as urgent. And we should try and make our plane... yeah, we should make our planes more effective. Survivability studies would be excellent. What's this? Aircraft construction. And better engines. If we really want to work on that. Kind of feel like I should be working up anti-tank guns as well. And eventually armour. But, I mean, that can wait. We don't have support equipment to really get much out of this. However, if I did that, anything with engineer companies are going to be just better off. So, and that doesn't cost me anything. I'm going to go with that. And we're going to switch over the new guns. They can, yeah, they're going to have a lot to upgrade. A whole lot to upgrade. Right, so far there are no Japanese attacks coming in. Which is a relief. Do we dare go and see what's going on over in Europe? I mean, Poland hasn't yet capitulated. Mark, you speak too soon. Oh, they took Warsaw back. The Poles took Warsaw back. Well, we kind of know what's coming. How do the Americans feel about us? It's okay at the moment. And how do the Brits feel about us? That's not so much okay. Let's go to improve relations. Poland has capitulated now. I'm keeping Britain and the US as happy as I possibly can do with me. Right, okay, we have an army that's ready to go here. They are reinforcing. I brought a huge force up here. Oh, it's attacking across a river. That's probably why they managed to hold out. Well, if I brought the cavalry up there, I'm going to let them guys train up. I'm going to let Japan just sort of starve itself as best I can. We're losing aircraft. We're losing them terribly. Okay, but we should be getting... Tell you what, let's whack this up to the top. Because that train business, all those rail lines, I don't think they're quite as urgent. German Reich declared war on the Netherlands. Netherlands joined the Allies. I mean, I would trade with... Oh, hang on. Oh, I can trade with... I can't trade with Britain across this for some reason. Is that because this is impassable? That's why. However, if I take Yunnan, which we might do with the next focus, we might enable us to do that. We would have a land border with India, and I wonder if that would let me to import all that steel and stuff without using convoys, because that's what we're having to do at the moment. All right, we have a plan. Let's see if this is going to do it. So that was a war of resistance. Industrial evacuations. We hope we don't have to come to that. This will increase division attack on core territory by a lot. And scorched earth tactics. We don't want to hopefully go into that. Subjugate the warlords is something we've been meaning to do for a long time. And after we've done that, we then move over and we try and work on the opposite side of the tree. You know which ones I mean, don't you? The stuff from Britain and the US and all that sort of stuff. We're going to try and get these going. That'll be next, probably, to get that. That's not all that great, actually. The heavy fighters and tactical bombers, yeah, and scout planes. However, it's like a link into everything else. So, let's see if we can pull this off. I need to try and save some political points up now. So the armies are just chilling. How's the USSR occupies eastern Poland? Dare we go and have a little look? Well, they've swatted out Netherlands. There you go. They haven't as yet come steamrolling across here. But they will. I mean, I'm just impressed that we managed to hold the Japanese at bay. Belgium joined the Allies. Yep. Should have done that a bit sooner, I think. Neutrality. It doesn't work. Alright, so we've just... Wow, hang on. No divisions in basic training. That implies we've just deployed 24 units at once, and we have. Wow. Can I replace this guy yet? Do we have enough? No, we don't. Not yet. Well, I mean, he just won't start with any bonuses. Having said that, is there anyone we can just lob in this? Anyone free? We've got a field marshal. We may as well put him in. Not going to spend any points on him. Let's change his colour to we'll go this funny brown colour. And what we're going to do is we'll keep this group out of any army lists like these for the moment, so I can keep track of them, because we're not expecting trouble, but we're going to put them. Or where are they? Can I? Yeah, I can do the entire border with France there, so that's good. Let's put them down there, because that's where I'm thinking there's going to be issues. And also, having done that, we need another 24 of those straight away. I always click the wrong button when I go to do this. Nice. Put them in there, say. Yeah, I think... I mean, it seems to be only that area that we need to worry about at the moment. We might need to hold this border. Because I'm thinking about... These guys are allied with Japan, aren't they? They're not at the moment, no. Okay, what if I went for non-aggression pact with those? Anyway, I don't think it's important at the moment. We've got a naval invasion coming in northern China. Right, bring the troops. Get the cavalry. Stop training. We don't know where it's coming in yet, but we know it's coming in somewhere. Bring them up to here. Bring this unit over to here. It's somewhere in northern China. They've got armor. They've got armor landing. This is potentially bad. The armor's gone in the north. Some medium tanks. Luckily only at half strength. Move them up. The cavalry are not quite recovered, but move them in. Yeah, this is looking shaky, isn't it? Right, move the cavalry in there fast. Belgium has capitulated. The German Reich has declared war. Stop it! Stop it, Germany. Let's put 12 divisions in there. And I'm about to hit these guys with 10 divisions of cavalry coming in. Looks like all the Japanese troops went in there, which I wasn't expecting. I was kind of expecting them to spread out down here. What was that? Quality over quantity. Have an advantageous casualty ratio after inflicting at least 1 million enemy casualties. Wow. Send the boys in. These guys look like they're hurting. Time to hit them with everything we've got. The US would like a lend-lease. They'll require 117 convoys. We have nothing. We have no convoys. Japanese are fighting back up there. It will not do them a whole lot of good. Let's go for that, because these guys look absolutely knackered. How's the anti-aircraft business going? It's going well, actually. We are producing some. How big a difference it's going to make, I don't know, but I'm hoping it's going to help the situation a bit.